Hi, my name's Dave Houston from Full On Theatre Company. We've been operating since 1998, mainly out of Melbourne and regionally. Also lived in Scotland for a year where we did shows, but we've been based in regional New South Wales for the last 6 years. Full On Theatre has a proven track record for touring nationally and internationally and making amazing community work. Our funding has come from a source of arts funding, but also mental health sector funding and trauma and resilience recovery funding. One of our projects called Rising was into its 4th week exploring bushfires when the floods hit the northern rivers. So our project changed course and included immediate effects of bushfire and flood. The benefits of the bushfire project shows, which include Rising, Limbo Land, and Limbo Land with the youth cast, was quite profound on community members, especially in the Lismore region with people who had experienced heavy floods and heavy losses, and to be portrayed by youth actors and to see their story come to light, to see their story of bushfire, evacuation and recovery put into a play with discussions afterwards is a really powerful model for community development.
When the flood scenes were hitting, I was really lucky enough not to have as much work to do on the desk on those scenes, because I would have not been able to put myself together for that. It was a very significant and important play to watch for me.
You are a lovely gentleman. Elvis has left the building. Repeat, Elvis has left the building.
It's amazing. I was really moved. I've been tearing up and I'm just so proud to be represented as Elvis leaving the building. Hey!
We live at Minion Falls. I had to send off a couple of my kids while we held the fort and wondered if we were going to die. And this story was so real. It was the ash raining on us was real. So the stories were like, thank you for telling the stories. They were painful to live through. And the resilience of these kids who had to experience everything that we had to.
Having a bit of fun and doing some warm-up exercises on the final day of rehearsals. 13 Coffs Coast school kids have been selected to perform in the multi-character play, including 12-year-old Flynn Idale. His family impacted by the 2021 hailstorms that hit Tormina.
The skylights in our house smashed, our carport fell onto our car, and yeah, there was big damage. My room was worst affected. There was water coming through my wardrobes.
That hailstorm is featured in the play.
This was a really rich and rewarding project and a great outcome for the money that was invested in Full On Theatre. We've also toured overseas to international children's festivals. We've done artist residencies, most recently last year, where Indigenous performer Mitch King and I created Awkward. This is a new show that's up and touring.
Got through customs, got my bag, day was waiting for me. That's when it hit me. I was like, this is New York. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is America. Like, you don't get these types of, from certain street looks or, of course, seeing the Statue of Liberty. Like,
welcomes, acknowledgements from the tops of the gum trees down to the deep roots of the grandfather and grandmother tree. Acknowledgements. I am, bro. Welcome you.
Only elders and custodians can do a welcome. You gotta do an acknowledgement.
Welcome, acknowledgement, a little bit similar. That's all I'm saying.
Well, enjoy the show.
It's called Awkward.
Awkward? That's, yeah, the show. Then the name?
It's a comedy called Awkward. Awkward. You're an okay actor, you know, but you just have to stick to the structure that we planned, okay? You can't just, it's not a music gig, you can't just fucking put shit anywhere. It's a theatre show, mate.
All you do is working on your grants and your funding applications. That's all you do.
You think it's fun? You think like, oh, I'm gonna fucking write a grant today? How much fun is that?
Bring it on.
Let's go.
Yeah, come on. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't see you getting up to go, mate.
Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah, come on. Let's go.
Don't kick my suitcase.
Oh, fuck it.
Let's go,
Okay,
man.
come on,
Fuck
let's
you.
go. Let's go. Come on.
All right.
Come on. Let's go. You wanna go?
Well, fuck 'em.
You wanna go?
Come on.
Currently, we're about to perform a show that has been 2.5 years in the making. This is called Strong Mob, and it's an amazing project where it's theatre one day and fully led Indigenous healing ceremony called Merengingi Day the next day. Merengingi Day means to turn one's spirit around.
This is my first project, first time doing anything like this. I've loved it. In terms of it helping with my trauma, it's just been a joy. Smiles and fun and challenges. You know, to let our mob know about trauma and mental health issues and just putting it out there so that the big T for trauma, you can talk about it.
That painting's shit. No one will ever buy that. I'm going for a press. Going to get me Yandi. Get on the charge.
I've come on board in this project as a performer and as a co-collaborator. Metastasized.
In 2026, Full On Theatre will have 3 shows that are ready to tour. A solo show called Still Here by Dave and the Daves, a duo show called Awkward, and a show with 4 cast members called Strong Mob. This puts us in a really great position to be financially stable and to be viable. I identify as an artist with a disability, and I've created a mental health comedy depression show. It's a solo show, although I can do it with other musicians, called Still Here by Dave and the Daves. Often after this show, I'll have a mental health forum or discussions with community members and a panel.
I'm shaking not because I'm nervous, although I'm always nervous when I'm sitting up on stage, but this is an unwanted side effect of lithium. So I was forced to take lithium for 25 years. In Australia, although we're a signatory to the International Convention on Human Rights, we don't meet them.
And I also want to tour this around New South Wales and beyond. We're committed in the next 2 years to attend as many performing arts market as we can, to sell our 3 existing shows while creating 2 new works. One of the new works is called Real Special, and it's based out of Bellingen, and it includes 6 disabled actors and 6 non-disabled actors. It's a group of young people who are making a punk rock statement about inclusion and exclusion. Full On Theatre is strongly dedicated to being a regional arts organisation. We've also worked in desert communities doing drum making, African percussion, drum and dance, hip-hop, contemporary Indigenous movements. I want to contribute to the social fabric of the regional arts movement in Australia with touring, but also recognising that great products come out of a regional area. Full On Theatre makes work in collaboration with other artists, but also with communities. Full On Theatre hopes to instill passion, creativity and skills in community groups to help them find their voice. Story, to me, is everything. And if you don't have a voice, you can't tell your story, and Full On Theatre wants to help regional Australia tell their story.
Hold out your hand. I know you feel you're falling. Take a deep breath and tell me your story.